Welcome back, everyone. Today, I want to really take a look at my YouTube recap, or in this case, like Spotify Wrapped, essentially. But because I use YouTube Music, I am one of the YouTube Music superiors. Then my Spotify Wrapped doesn't really encapsulate, like my, I guess you could say, my music taste. I've noticed the difference between the two is is that Spotify tends to focus more on like shareability and like making it really like entertaining for people. Like it gives you your listening age, weird stuff like that, whereas YouTube Music Recap is really focused more on essentially the data and just really what you've listened to and what went down. So I figured I recorded my YouTube music and I wanted us to take a look together and see. So 2025, it was, there we go, Buckle Up 2025 is Takeoff, and you can already hear the song. I listened to 37,000 minutes and my longest streak was 87 days. So that was like the amount of time between the days missed, I guess. It's like 87 days of non-stop everyday use. So there was a streak where I missed a day, but you can already hear the song in the background and I will explain. Please do not click off the video. Please don't. Please just keep going. Let's just keep going. My top song is Emergence, which I listened to for 1,589 minutes. So I was in the top 0.2% of listeners for the song. Please don't click off. I know that Sleep Token is getting a lot of hate, but I can explain, and I will explain through the course of the video. But let's just keep going. Let's just check out. Second, okay, you can see there. There we go. Now we're getting into the spot. So we can't forget the other favorites. I had God-Fearing Man by Eminence, Arcade Fire's Loneliness, Whiplash by Architects, and Black Lungs. Absolutely fantastic tracks that I haven't listened to, I hadn't heard before, so it was like really amazing. You do get a recap playlist, obviously same as Spotify. You can save all of your tracks. Bestie is Architects. Let's go, boys. I was in the top 1.1%. I was so chuffed to see this. 154 days that I listened to them, but you can see the boost in March, and I'll explain that as well. But the rest of the crew is here. I listened to 800 artists, pretty cool. Bring Me, Sleep Token, Eminence, Architects. I listened to Architects for 4,500 hours. Second was Sleep Token, third was Eminence, fourth was Bring Me, which is quite surprising, and fifth was Arcade Fire with Her soundtrack. But music that really took me away, I listened to 33 places this year, with over 100 from the United States. Then some from Russia, some from France, some from Canada, and a lot from the UK as well. So I was quite the explorer, apparently, according to YouTube. But I kept bang. So this podcast, please don't. Also, again, no judgment. No, this is so embarrassing. Please, don't judge me on this podcast. I didn't even know what this was. I had to look it up because I was so confused. But this podcast is essentially the ASMR that I play for myself and my wife when we go to bed at night. And that's why it's so high, 2,800 minutes, is because I put it on when we go to sleep and then forget about it. I had no idea what this was or who this person was because I've never looked at the name of the track. So I was like, what the hell is this? Where did this come from? But then once I searched it up, I found, this Life of Lucy channel. It's the channel that I use to listen to this ASMR track before bed. It's a bit embarrassing, but the actual podcasts that I listen to, Modern Wisdom, Human Lab, CEO, and Sean Ryan, I find their guests are really good, and I often listen to them just in the background. I listen to 62 albums. My first album, for those who wish to exist. This was my first year finding this album by Architects, and oh, dude, chef's kiss. It is such a good album. Finding God Before God Finds Me. Classic, absolute classic. Got some sick bangers on it. Even in Arcadia, I'm surprised, is above Sky, Earth, and All Between, because I didn't listen to Even in Arcadia that much, but I think it's because of Emergence that it kind of emerged at the top. But Sky, Earth, and All Between, I had on absolute repeat. It is a phenomenal album. And for those that wish to exist, I think it was primarily just the vibe of the album really gets me. I really enjoy it. It really has such a sick vibe. I just don't know how to put it, and I really enjoyed it. You can see at the bottom there her original score. So that soundtrack released like last year or this year, which is crazy because the movie came out so long ago. But holy shit, it is such a good soundtrack, dude. Like, unbelievably good. I watched the movie like 4 times this year, and every time I watched it I was looking for the songs in the soundtrack because the soundtrack is just so deep and beautiful. The piano in it is phenomenal. I love the storytelling through the soundtrack. That's one thing that really, really, really entertains me and it really gets me. And I think that, you know, even in Arcadia being in 3rd position, taking that bronze spot, yeah, I'll give credit where credit is due. There are tracks on the album that are absolute bangers. Emergence obviously is my top song of the year, and I'll explain. I guess this is a good time to explain. Actually, I've still got 2 more panels, and then I'll explain why. But Even in Arcadia has some sick tracks. Infinite Baths, Gethsemane, Damocles is pretty good. Even in Arcadia, the namesake of the album is a beautiful track, and Emergence, Look to Windward is also, Look to Windward is such a sick fire opener, similar to Sky, Earth, and All Between with Elegy. That intro, the opener to the album, absolutely head smacked, gobsmacked. For those that wish to exist, is kind of on a different level. It starts off slow, but then Black Lungs hits, and it's just like, I fucking love Black Lungs, dude. But her was such a good soundtrack. And yeah, I guess even in Arcadia, maybe it makes sense with Emergence. It should be a little lower. And I'm surprised to find that Bad Omens album, Death of Peace of Mind, is not in here. It's probably number 6 because that was also really highly listened to album that I went through for the year. Let's see what the last 2 slides are. Basically, I think it's just a recap here. Taste is apparently indescribable, but some genres are pretty good. Heavy metal, 48%, rock, electronic, indie, and soundtrack. Kind of fit the bill of what we saw with those album highlights. And then there it is. Just the top recap, finishing up there. Top artists, Architects, Sleep Token, Imminence, Bring Me, and Arcade Fire. And I think Arcade Fire is kind of a bit of a hit or miss because I listened to only 1 album and that was it. I don't know any of the other stuff. So it's a little strange that they kind of fall in my top artists of the year. I would put Orbit Culture there as 5th because I listened to their new album so much towards the end of the year. Top songs, Emergence. So this explanation for why Emergence is my top song is a little deep, and I don't want to bore you and I don't want to give TMI, but essentially in March I went through a bit of a serious health issue and I was hospitalized for about 2 weeks. And so while I was in hospital, Emergence was the song that was kind of mentally pushing me through everything. And the lyrics really stuck with me. The lyrics really emanated with me and kept me going and kept me persevering because I just really love this idea of coming out of what I was, before going into the hospital, before the situation that took place, and emerging, coming out as a different person, coming out as a new person. And that is also why Architects is at the top there. And you saw in March, if you check this, if we check that calendar that they basically give you, you can see that Architects in March is almost every single day. I skipped like 1, 2, 3, 4, just like 6 or 7 days of March because basically every day of that time while I was at the hospital, there was also like gym facilities and stuff, and I would listen to Sky, Earth and All Between as essentially my workout album, and it would push me beyond like my physical capabilities, because I was so just determined to change the course of my life, to change myself after everything that had happened and that it caused me to end up in the hospital. And so, you know, that pushed me and that helped me to persevere, and that is why the album is so profound to me, and why I did a review on it. If you haven't already gone to see it, that explains kind of the why of why Emergence is my number one track with so many hours listened. Like, holy shit. What was it? 1,500 of my 33 or 35,000 is just on Emergence. So if Emergence is like a 4 or 5 minute track, it breaks down to like so many times listened. Actually, I want to calculate that with you guys right now. There it is. Okay, so it's a 6.5 minute song. So it's 6 minutes 30 seconds. And so if we divide 1,500 by 6, let's just say 6, it's like 250 times. So that's a shitload of times to just have the song on repeat. So I listened to the song over 200 times at the least, and it has a special place in my heart for this year, definitely. Although it's a bit embarrassing, and I know that there's a lot of Sleep Token hate, but you can see my top artists were Still Architects, my boys. I'm so proud of them for how far they've come, and for releasing the new album that kind of spat in the face of all the haters, all of the stuff that they were receiving backlash for. I've started going backwards into their album history, as you saw, because it was the first time that I'd ever listened to their other album, which appeared as one of the top albums that I listened to, For Those That Wish to Exist. I listened to it for 1,600 minutes, which is pretty intense. So yeah, For Those Who Wish to Exist, it was the first time I heard that album this year. The only song I knew off of it was Animals, and then I found so many other incredible bangers. Demigod, Black Lungs, the actual song For Those That Wish to Exist, Dying is absolutely safe. I think that's the one that I'm thinking of, the last track. It is so hauntingly beautiful, and I love it so much. So that was why that album was also really high up, because after I came out of hospital, I was listening to that a lot. Finding God was also during hospital. That's why it's probably second, because I also listened to it a shitload, and you can see it's also up there with Sky, Earth and All Between. So those are my albums of the year, and that's my recap of YouTube music. My Spotify recap is not very exciting, because to be honest, Spotify, I only got premium towards the end of the year, so I have not used it that much, and the only band that I've really listened to on Spotify is Accused. And let me see, Spotify. My top artist was Azure, because I listen to a lot of ambient on Spotify. So that is, then it was Bad Omens, then it was Accused, then Sage and Skella, which is like hard wave stuff. And my top song was Senescence by Accused, then Make Sure It Hurts, then Never Enough, then Killer of Minds, and then Nerve by Orbit Culture. So I only listened to 1,000 hours on, I'll take a screenshot of this, grab this quick, 1,600 hours on Spotify. So it's literally like 200 and something songs. So really not that much, but YouTube recap was my go-to. My listening age, if you want to know, was 18. I mean, unbelievable. So that's my YouTube recap for the year. I know it's a little bit embarrassing. Please let me know yours. I'd love to see what you guys were listening to, what your top artists were on Spotify and so forth. If you can share like links to your Spotify Wrapped and stuff in the comments, please do. I would absolutely adore to take a look and see what you guys are listening to, what you guys are jamming to. I'm sad that Orbit Culture wasn't higher, but their album did come out towards the tail end of the year, so I missed quite a bit of it. But I listened to a lot of their stuff. I'm glad that Bad Omens did feature, because I am a massive Bad Omens fan at the moment. Bad Omens, Architects, Imminence, all the metalcore, just give it all to me. Give it all. So yeah, that was my recap. It was a bit of a different video style than usual. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, that's my recap. I hope that you had a beautiful year with music, with metal, whatever you were listening to. Please, like I said, share in the comments what you had. I know it might have been a bit embarrassing if you clicked off because of my top artist. Then screw you, I guess. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I absolutely love you. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being here. Let's have another good year of music, and let's see what the new year holds. I hope that this new Bad Omens album will be top for me. I think it will be. I'm pretty sure. The songs are already absolutely phenomenal, and they are racking up minutes on my YouTube music. So that's gonna be it from me, guys. I appreciate you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.